My name is Wiktor Żołnowski. You can find me at Twitter. And I'm from Code Sprinters. And I will be talking about the metal. No, I will be talking about the stickies on the notes, on the wall. First of all, who am I? I'm passionate. And everything else doesn't matter. And everything what I'm doing with passion. And I even said some time ago that I don't have a job. I'm not working. I have passion. I have my hobby. It's pretty funny when, for example, my girlfriend could say that, oh, please don't work over hours because, you know, we need to do something, go to the cinema. So I say, no, I'm not working. I have a hobby. And now she cannot disagree with that. So it's pretty funny. Okay. I know that you've seen it before. Yes, yesterday. So I will not talk about it, or I will, because this is the agenda of this presentation. But because that you see it before, I will change the order of this one a little bit, so it will be more interesting. I know that I'm the only thing which stands between you and the lunch, but it's not ready yet, so you have to watch me. Okay, so customer collaboration. What is the customer collaboration? What is it about? Any ideas? Transparency, respect, okay. Listening, communicating, involvement, feedback. Okay, some time ago, there was two guys who wrote a small book which is called Scrum Guide, and they create something like Scrum. And Scrum was one of the things which may help in the customer collaboration, like any other agile methods and whole agile manifesto is, to be honest, it is only about the working closely with the business, working closely IT, moving IT closer to the business. The problem is that Scrum is very hard to do in the reality which we are living, which we are working in. How many of you are using Scrum or some kind of Scrum, Scrumish? Okay, it's about 60–70% of us. I don't want to complain about the Scrum, or not only about the Scrum. So how many of you are using some kind of Kanban? Kanban niche. Okay. XP? BDD? Behavior Driven Development? Okay, great. Nice, few hands in the air. Okay. So, and maybe how many of you feel that you are doing Agile? Or you are Agile, or your organization is Agile? It's about 20 people, great. Great. So what about the others? You're using Scrum, Kanban, XP, BDD, whatever. Why you are not feeling that what you are doing is Agile? What is the problem? You are not there. Okay. You are lean. Nice. What is the difference between the Agile and lean? Pronunciation. Exactly. I think this is true. I am talking about it because there is this stupid war, or there used to be this stupid war between the Scrum and Kanban, Lean and Agile. It's all about the same. It's all about the being closer to the customer, working collaboratively with the customer. So it's like this all kinds of the metal. Whatever metal you play, there is only one important rule. Play it loud. Okay, we are doing some kind of Scrum. We are doing it good or bad. We are doing it better. We are trying to improve. We are trying to work collaboratively with the customer. And we very, very often failed in that. I don't want to talk about the reasons of that because the reasons are dependent on on your context, so to be honest, it doesn't matter. I think the biggest problem is that in many cases, or we or our partners, our business partners, our colleagues in the organization don't understand what the Agile is about, or what the Scrum is, or what the Kanban is. Okay, for those who are using Scrum, have you read ever Scrum Guide? Have you ever read Scrum Guide? How many of you read Scrum Guide? Okay, keep the hands in the air. Okay, so how many of you read the last version of the Scrum Guide from this year? Oh, half of you. Okay, so for this who read it, how many of you have sprint goal in every sprint? 5 people? 6, okay. Yeah. I'm not saying that you have to do this always and you have to do Scrum by the book. It's not about it. But that's what I'm trying to say, that it is dangerous to think that one particular practice or one particular method could change our organization, could make it better, could make it good. I think that one method, whatever it is always not enough. Lack of method, it's also not enough. I think that we missed the point, and during last 10 years, since the Agile Manifesto have been created, we've been trying to look for the cause and effect relation between things which some organizations do. And some organizations which have been very, very successful, they were using Scrum, for example. So we assume that, okay, if they are using Scrum, this is the reason that they are successful. But the correlation between these two facts doesn't mean that there is cause and effect relation between these two things. I think that in many cases, it's not about the organization is better because it's using Scrum or Kanban, but it's more about that organization is good enough to use Scrum or to use Kanban very well. And I would like from you to don't forget about it. And I'm not saying that it's always right. I'm saying that you need to challenge your assumption and always think a little bit more about what you are doing and why you are doing or why you are using this particular practice or another. Responding to change. What does it mean? Change is only one thing which is not changing. It is only one thing which you can always predict, which you can be sure that it will happen, whatever the change means for you. Change of requirements, change of the environment, change of the software, change of the libraries which you are using in your software. It will always happen. Responding to change. How many of you are project managers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 10, 20 people. Great. I have bad news for you. There is no project managers in Agile. Do you agree with it? Yes, no? Who agree with that there is no project managers in Agile? Okay. Why? No. Why do you think that there is no project managers in Agile? I think that the reason is that the project, by definition, is something which doesn't fit to software development. This is the definition of the project. I will read it. I don't usually read the slides, but this one is worth to read. Project is a planned set of interrelated tasks to be executed over a fixed period and within certain costs and other limitations. You can find it in the business dictionary. What does it mean? It means that it's fixed scope, fixed time, and fixed budget. How many of you are working on projects? This project? This kind of project, really? No? You are project management in the not project environment, and you are not using project. So this is the reason why it is very, very hard to responding to change. Waterfall makes sense. Waterfall is nothing else but the project lifecycle adapted to the traditional project lifecycle adapted to the software development. Everyone know what the waterfall is about, yes? Yes? Yes, thank you. Waterfall makes sense until you start thinking about it. And then it doesn't make sense. Doesn't matter. Project life cycle, yes, and we all have been doing it wrong since, I don't know, 1970 or even before, when the waterfall have been described. We used to use not the proper method to the software development. We are used to try methods from the engineering, land engineering, etc. And it was the problem. And it is the reason why most of us have this mindset of the project thinking. We are thinking about the software development, even if we are not calling it project, we are calling it sprint right now, for example, in Scrum, or iteration. And we try to keep it as a project during iteration. Fixed scope, fixed time, fixed budget. Did it fit to the iteration, to the sprint for you? We can do a very, very smart project. We even could be very, very successful in all of this project. We could have 100 sprints, everyone treat it as a project, use traditional project management for it. It won't be a sprint, but we can use it and to be successful and deliver every time. But in 101, we will have some problem. For example, with technical debt. Because we have 100 successful projects, and now we'll fail. In 102, we will have even bigger technical debt. It's all because of the project thinking. What doesn't make sense because of the working software? Because we are not creating projects, but we are creating products. And whole new ideas about the agile, lean movement and new methods of working. Management 3.0, Scrum, Kanban, XP, lean startup. It's all about the product development. We need to change our mindset and focus on the product, on the delivering value. But not only delivering value, but also delivering high quality software. I will talk about it in a while. Stickies on the wall will not help you if you are building crappy software. Any method which have been created for process management or product management even doesn't help you, will not help you if you are building crappy software. Quality is key. As Jeff said in one of the movies, I don't know if you see the funny Scrum Master movie, he said the quality is key. Quality is crucial. What does it mean? It means that for me, quality, there was few definitions of the quality before on this stage. For me, quality means that you can change your software in the sustainable pace. You can put the changes to your software whenever you want, and the cost of these changes will not increase during the time. This is the quality. I think that this is what the software craftsmanship is about. And quality needs to be assured, as Paul said before. It cannot be tested. It cannot be in-tested into your product. So everyone in the organization should know what the quality is. And what is more important, they need to know why they are doing it, why they are writing tests, for example. Automated tests are not for the verifying anything. It's not a quality control. Automated tests are more about the assuring quality, giving a possibility of changing software with low risk. This is the reason why we are writing tests, not because we want to fire all testers in our organization. It's not the point. Individuals and interactions. This is a very hard topic, very difficult topic. I think that the other points in the manifesto have been covered before pretty well, so I will focus a little bit on that one. People agility. There was at least two talks about the hiring people. One by Pavel, one by Sandro. Both are right. We need to hire good people. Whatever good for you means. For me, good means that person which I will hire can learn or want to learn, are passionate in learning. I don't even looking for people who are passionate in delivering software, in creating software. I'm looking for people who want to learn, who are passionate in learning new things, new stuff. And then it doesn't matter what they are doing, I will help them to do it better. And it fit not even for the developers. This is the way, or this is the most important requirements when you are hiring for every position in our company. Even if it is sales person or marketing person, we're doing pretty the same. We are looking for people who want to learn new things. Stickies on the wall will not help you if you don't trust people. It's also the problem. Even if you will hire good people, we can break them, we can hurt them, we can destroy them. It's all about the trust. I've been at some coaching session with professional coach from ICF, International Coaching Foundation, some time ago, and I cannot say that I learned something there new, because I knew it before, but I feel something new, that people are always trying to do the best what they can. People always make the best decision which they can in the right moment. They have made this decision basing on the information which they have, basing on the knowledge which they have. So blaming others if they make some mistake is wrong. We can't blame anyone for doing something wrong, because, to be honest, it's not their fault. There is a lot of things which could have an impact for making bad decision, but people are always trying to make the best decision, rational people, at least. Most of us are rational, yes? I hope so. Agile culture, I think this is the very important part, and I think that building a culture in the organization which is not a blaming culture, where people are looking for the reason of the problem, not for the people who caused the problem. This is the proper agile culture, and I think this is the problem why it is so hard to understand why we're doing some things wrong, like why we are using Scrum wrong. And of course, stickies on the wall will not help you if you have basic communication problem. Communication is key. Talking to each other. You know that you're agile. The pretty new idea about the safe, scaled agile framework, about the agility path, few of them have been mentioned here, is that the problem is that we are trying to scale agile to the big organization. How many of you are working in a big organization? Whoa, half of you. Great. Great. Agile for big organization doesn't work. Do you agree with it? How many of you are working in a big organization and feel that what you are doing is agile? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, nice. So it's not true. It's not completely true. There is a Chaos report from 2008, there's a summary from 2010, and there was one question about how many projects have been successful according to the budget which they have. And if we measure big projects or big products or big organization by the budget which they have, we could say that there are organizations which have budget over $10 million. And success rate? 0%. Nothing will help you if you are building big, crappy software. Nothing will help you if you are building big, crappy software. It doesn't matter if you are using Scrum, Waterfall, Kanban, XP. Well, XP may help. Anything else? No. Anything else will not help you. So the problem with scaling Agile is that the people who are trying to scale Agile doing it all wrong. Because Agile is about the working in the small group of people with a small team of people who are working on the product and trying to maximize value, and they are working collaboratively with the customer, working very close with the customer. If you have an organization where you have 1,000 people, it's pretty difficult to collaborate. It's pretty difficult to have interactions between them. There was Spotify mentioned here at this conference. How many of you know the story of the Spotify? The process which they're using, like half of you. Great. And the thing which most of the people are talking is, oh, they are using Scrum, or oh no, they're using also Kanban. Oh, they are so great. They have these chapters, teams, they are these guilds, etc. Oh, it's so great. I think that the reason why they are succeeding in such a big organization, over I think 300 people, is not because they're using this particular methods or tools. It's only because they slice their product in a very, very small sub-products which are independent from each other. And every small team is working, or maybe not working, but focused only on the one product or maybe two products, very small products. And that's what they create from the process perspective, is that they just give them framework for collaboration on the big scale. But the product is key here. So the product is very small, and it's pretty easy to scale Agile in such an environment. So Jürgen said something about the moving the elephant. Yes, so I think that there is no way to move an elephant somewhere, to convince an elephant to go somewhere. It's pretty, or at least it's pretty difficult. I know it because since 2010 I'm trying to do it all the time. I'm working as a consultant, helping organization in changes, in improvement. And I'm moving the elephant somewhere. And it's pretty difficult. I think that there is another idea, the idea of elephant carpaccio. How many of you heard about the elephant carpaccio by Alistair Cockburn? Few of you. It's most about the slicing the code or requirements of the product on the very, very small pieces and then code it. But I think that we could do it also in the organization. But first we need to decompose, we need to slice our product into small sub-products. And it's all about the decomposition. I think the Agile is about the decomposition. Even if we have these requirements in our backlog, we are trying to decomposing it. So this is my idea how to move the elephant. Slice it into small pieces, and then it's pretty easy to move it. No, it's not. It could kill him. And last but not least, stickies on the wall will not help you if you don't want to be agile. I would even say stickies on the wall will not help you if you don't have to be agile, if there is no any business reason for being agile. The reason could be different. It depends from the organization, from the environment and context. Sometimes it could be, I don't know, another companies are agile and they are more successful than we, and this is why we want to be agile. Or the reason could be we are so bad right now that soon it will be end of our organization. We don't have any other choice than to be agile, to fix it. It's our last possible solution, and it will probably fail, but this is the only thing which we can do. These are two very important business reasons, but if organization came to me, and someone from organization came to me and said, oh, I want to be agile, you know, because it's fancy. Even today I received an email from one lady from some organization who wrote that, oh, do you have any certified agile training? I said, I didn't reply yet, but I will reply that, yes, we have one, but why you want to have agile certified training? And the certified was in the capital letters. It's very, very important for her that they need to have certificate for Agile. How many of you have certificate for Agile, certification for Agile? some kind of certification, professional Scrum Master, certified Scrum Master, what other certificates there are. And there are a few of you. I think that this conference year by year is better because there is more people who really understand what Agile is about. I'm pretty happy with it. And I'm saying it because we've been talking a lot around, and as Piotr said before, it's very important. The most important part of the conference is not what the speakers have to say, but it's what you have to say to each other. It's very important. So, short summary. I think that there is a lot of methods and tools which you can use and which you need to be familiar with to cover all of these points of the manifesto. It's very important that even if you are doing working software and you are a software craftsman, but you have problem with the customer collaboration, you probably create good software in a great way, but there will be no any business reason for creating it. There will be no value in it. Individuals and interactions. You would say that there are people who need to change their mindset. And Scrum is one of the tools who will help you in that, probably. But maybe you would choose coaching. I'm not saying agile coaching, but personal coaching for that. Or even you will work with some kind of psychiatry or something like this. I know in Poland, if people say that you need to go to the psychiatrist, it's pretty funny for others, but in other countries, people are doing it all the time. Responding to change. To be honest, it's only about changing our mindset. We need to have bigger, longer perspective. We need to remember that the software which we are creating is not just for today. We will probably need to develop it through the next few years or even longer. How many of you know when you will finish your project? The end date, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Good for you. What about the others? We'll never know when we will finish our project. It's all about the mindset. And I think that most of you already have it. So now you can go somewhere and talk with others who don't have this mindset yet, don't feel what the Agile is about, and try to help them. I don't know how you can do it, how you should do this, but you can do it. First of all, if you want to change something, you probably need to change something. This is my biggest takeaway from this topic. And thank you. And 2 more things. If you didn't already vote for Agile in Europe conference organization in Poland, in Kraków next year, you should do this. There is a link. And the second thing is bring your own problem meetings, which we are organizing in many cities. You should also check it. Maybe it will fit for you. Thank you very much.